Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Gemma and today I'm going to be reviewing The Bandit Queens by Parini Shroff, one of the long-listed books for this year's Women's Prize for Fiction. So this is a completely spoiler-free review, and the book The Bandit Queens takes place in a small village in India, and we follow the main character of Geeta. She has become widowed, her husband mysteriously disappeared, and it is rumoured that she killed him and fed him to some dogs, among other rumours. Geeta is actually quite pleased to be a widow, to be an independent woman, and one day someone knocks on her door and asks her for a rather irregular favour. And the book sort of takes off from there. So the book The Bandit Queens is actually based on or inspired by a real person, Poolan Devi, and there are some other books about that cover this. Lovely Charlie at Charlie Brooks sent me a graphic novel recommendation, which is available on Scribd. I'll put the cover here because I've forgotten the name of it. But so there are other places that you can go to learn about Poolan Devi, who was the original Bandit Queen. And that really set the tone for this book, about a woman who wanted to defy the boxes that she has put in, the patriarchy and the caste system and the religious segmentation within India. And we see Geeta as she battles with some of those key themes throughout the book. This is a very darkly humorous book, and I think what Shroff did really, really well was tackle some very serious issues like domestic abuse, the patriarchy in India, the caste system, with a dark, humorous element. And there were points in this book where I was laughing out loud, and the characters really, really brought so much colour to this story. Geeta, in particular, who has really suffered from being ostracised in her very small community because of her being a widow and the way that she has approached that. And we sort of see as we go through that actually maybe her wants and her desires aren't so unique amongst the women of this village. The other key things that I think are covered very well are loneliness, what it is to be alone and to lose friendships and then to regain them. So you really do get a sense within the women in this book of what friendship means and where the lines have been drawn and perhaps where they can be redrawn once people start to understand each other better. And I love nothing better than female friendship in books, and this was done expertly. There is also another character in here, a dog that I adored. So just a side note, the dog was awesome. So at the heart of it, this book really was a feminist book looking at intersectionality in all of its guises within the very small microcosm of this village. And though I think probably my only criticism of this book is that there wasn't much description of sort of the landscape and what you were seeing, I think that Parini Shroff really made up for that in creating this really colourful vibe of the village and the people within it, so that though perhaps she hadn't painted the picture literally for you of what this village was like, you felt it through the writing and the actions of the characters. And I just adored it from start to finish. This was plotty, it was jam-packed full of themes and messages that you can really take your time to think about at the same time, and characters who you cannot help but love, even though they are imperfect. Some more imperfect than others. And so you just go on this journey with these women in this village in India, and it was just an absolute delight of a book to read. And this is one of the reasons that I really, really love the Women's Prize. This book was not on my radar, not at all. I'd never even heard of it before it was longlisted. And this was probably one of my favourite books of the year to date. Certainly the best book that I have read from the long list so far. I think this is my fourth. So, you know, I'm not super far into the long list, but by far it has blown the others out of the water. And I really, really hope to see this shortlisted. A bit early to say that because I haven't read the others, but at this point in time, I think it's going to be up there with my favourites from this year's nominations. So if you are looking for a book that has plenty of plot, that mixes sort of the mundane and the ridiculous of life with some more serious issues around domestic violence and the patriarchy, then this is absolutely a book for you. I think this will appeal to a really broad range of readers, from people who like more commercial fiction right through to people who like more literary fiction. I think there is a little bit of something in there for everybody to get hold of, and I just can't recommend it highly enough. I thought this was fabulous. So yes, this gets a great big thumbs up for me. I gave it 4.5 stars. If you want to see a book I liked less, then you can check out my review for Children of Paradise here, and I will see you very soon with another one. Bye, guys.